Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Operational Excellence Series. In today's session, we're going to explore one of the most fundamental workplace organization methodologies, the 5S system. Whether you work in manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, healthcare, logistics, or any service industry, 5S provides a foundation for building an organized, efficient, and safe workplace. Many people believe that 5S is simply about cleaning the workplace. However, it is much more than housekeeping. It is a systematic approach that improves productivity, enhances quality, reduces waste, strengthens safety, and builds a culture of continuous improvement. By the end of this video, you'll understand the philosophy behind 5S, each of its 5 pillars, practical implementation steps, business benefits, and common mistakes to avoid. So, let's begin our journey into operational excellence. Every organization faces challenges that reduce productivity and increase operational costs. Employees often spend valuable time searching for tools, documents, materials, or equipment. Workstations become cluttered with unnecessary items, making it difficult to identify what is actually needed. These seemingly small problems create larger consequences. Searching wastes time. Clutter creates confusion. Poor housekeeping increases safety risks. Dirty equipment hides leaks and defects. Excess inventory occupies valuable floor space, while adding no value to the customer. All of these activities are examples of waste. The objective of operational excellence is to eliminate waste while maximizing value. The 5S methodology provides a practical solution by creating an organized workplace where every item has a designated location, abnormalities become visible immediately, and employees can focus on productive work instead of unnecessary activities. So, what exactly is the 5S system? The 5S system is a structured workplace organization methodology that originated in Japan as part of the Toyota production system. It serves as a foundation for several operational excellence methodologies, including lean manufacturing, total productive maintenance, total quality management, and world-class manufacturing. The primary objectives of 5S are straightforward. First, eliminate unnecessary items from the workplace. Second, organize the remaining items so they're easy to locate and use. Third, maintain cleanliness through regular inspection. Fourth, standardize workplace practices. Finally, develop discipline so these practices become daily habits. When these principles are consistently applied, organizations experience improvements in productivity, quality, safety, equipment reliability, and employee morale. In simple terms, 5S creates a workplace where people spend less time searching and more time creating value. The origins of 5S can be traced back to post-World War II Japan. During this period, Japanese industries focused on rebuilding manufacturing systems that were efficient, disciplined, and capable of producing high-quality products with minimal waste. Toyota became one of the pioneers in applying these workplace organization principles as part of its production system. The philosophy behind 5S is remarkably simple. Everything should have a designated place. Every abnormality should be visible. Every employee should take responsibility for maintaining workplace standards. Instead of waiting until problems become major failures, organizations identify abnormalities early and correct them immediately. This proactive approach builds discipline and creates a culture of continuous improvement. The name 5S represents 5 Japanese words that describe the sequential steps of workplace organization. The first pillar is sort or siri. This involves separating necessary items from unnecessary ones and removing anything that does not support current operations. The second pillar is set in order or seaten. After removing unnecessary items, everything that remains should have a clearly defined location, so employees can retrieve it quickly and return it after use. The third pillar is shine or saizo. Cleaning is not simply about appearance. It is an inspection activity that helps identify leaks, cracks, loose bolts, contamination, and equipment abnormalities before they become failures. The fourth pillar is standardize, known as saiketsu. Organizations develop standard operating procedures, visual controls, cleaning schedules, and checklists to ensure consistency across all teams and shifts. Finally, the fifth pillar is sustain or shitsuke. This is the most challenging stage because it requires change in behaviors and building habits. Sustain ensures that 5S becomes part of the organization's culture rather than a one-time improvement project. Together, These 5 pillars establish the foundation for operational excellence. Now let's explore the first pillar of the 5S system, SORT, also known as SERI. SORT means identifying what is necessary for current operations and removing everything that is not. Over time, workplaces accumulate obsolete tools and used materials, expired documents, damaged equipment, and unnecessary inventory. These items consume valuable space, make workstations cluttered, and increase the time employees spend searching for what they actually need. A common practice used during this phase is the red tag campaign. Every questionable item is tagged with a red label and evaluated. The team decides whether the item should be retained, relocated, recycled, or disposed of. This process creates additional workspace, reduces inventory costs, improves visibility, and allows employees to focus only on value-added activities. Remember, the objective of SORT is not to throw everything away. The objective is to keep only what is truly required for current operations. Once unnecessary items have been removed, the next step is set in order or seating. This pillar focuses on arranging everything so that it can be found, used, and returned quickly. A simple principle guides this stage: a place for everything and everything in its place. Imagine an operator searching for a wrench every time maintenance is required. Even if it only takes 2 minutes, repeated dozens of times each week, those minutes become hours of wasted productivity. To eliminate this waste, organizations use visual management tools such as shadow boards, color coding, labels, floor markings, and designated storage locations. An excellent benchmark is that frequently used tools should be retrievable within 30 seconds. When everything is logically organized, employees spend less time searching, workplace movement is reduced, workflow improves, and abnormalities become immediately visible. Set in order transforms an organized workplace into an efficient workplace. The third pillar is SHINE or SIZO. Many people assume SHINE simply means cleaning the workplace. In reality, cleaning is only one part of this activity. The real objective is clean while inspecting. When operators clean machines every day, they naturally inspect them for oil leaks, loose bolts, cracks, unusual vibrations, damaged cables, contamination, or worn components. This daily inspection allows small problems to be identified before they become major equipment failures. As a result, organizations reduce breakdowns, improve equipment reliability, enhance product quality, and create a safer working environment. A clean workplace is not just visually appealing. It is a workplace where problems cannot hide. That is the true purpose of SHINE. After successfully implementing the first 3 pillars, the next challenge is maintaining consistency. This is where the 4th pillar, Standardize or Saiketsu, becomes essential. Standardization ensures that every employee performs workplace organization using the same methods. Organizations achieve this by developing visual standard operating procedures, cleaning schedules, inspection checklists, labeling standards, and workplace guidelines. These standards reduce variation between shifts, departments, and individual employees. They also simplify training for new team members because everyone follows the same process. Think of Standardize as creating a repeatable system. Without standards, improvements gradually disappear as different people begin performing the same task in different ways. Standardization converts good practices into everyday routines. The 5th and final pillar is Sustain, known in Japanese as Shitsuke. This is often considered the most difficult stage of the entire 5S journey. Implementing 5S is relatively easy. Maintaining it month after month and year after year is the real challenge. Many organizations successfully complete workplace cleaning campaigns, only to return to old habits a few weeks later. That is why Sustain focuses on building discipline rather than conducting one-time activities. Organizations achieve this through regular training, leadership involvement, scheduled workplace audits, employee recognition, and continuous coaching. Managers must lead by example. Employees should understand that 5S is not an additional responsibility. It is part of their daily work. One of Toyota's most important lessons is that 5S is successful only when it becomes a habit rather than an event. When Sustain is fully established, workplace organization becomes part of the organization's culture. Employees no longer organize the workplace because someone tells them to. They do it because it has become the natural way of working. Now that we understand the 5 pillars of 5S, the next question is, how do we implement it successfully? Many organizations fail because they treat 5S as a one-day cleaning activity. In reality, 5S is a structured improvement journey that requires planning, leadership, employee involvement, and continuous monitoring. The implementation begins with management commitment. Without visible leadership support, employees often perceive 5S as just another temporary initiative. Leaders must communicate why 5S is important and actively participate in the process. The next step is employee awareness and training. Everyone should understand the purpose of 5S, the benefits it brings, and the role they play in maintaining workplace organization. Once the team is trained, organizations usually begin with a red tag campaign. During this activity, unnecessary items are identified, tagged, and either removed, relocated, or disposed of. This creates valuable workspace and improves visibility. After sorting, the focus shifts to set in order. Every tool, document, and material should have a clearly defined location using visual labels, floor markings, and shadow boards. The next stage is shine, where workplaces and equipment are cleaned while being inspected for abnormalities, such as oil leaks, loose bolts, damaged cables, or worn-out components. To maintain these improvements, organizations establish visual SOPs, cleaning schedules, inspection checklists, and workplace standards. Finally, regular 5S audits, employee recognition, and the PDCA cycle, plan, do, check, and act, help sustain improvements and drive continuous improvement over time. Remember, successful implementation is not about completing these steps once. It's about repeating them consistently until they become part of the organization's culture. One of the biggest strengths of the 5S system is its reliance on visual management. Visual management allows anyone walking into the workplace to understand the current situation within a few seconds. Let's look at some commonly used visual management tools. The first is a red tag. Red tags help identify unnecessary or questionable items during the sort phase. They make decision-making easier and prevent unwanted materials from accumulating again. Next are shadow boards. Every tool has a clearly marked location. If a tool is missing, everyone notices immediately, reducing search time and improving accountability. Another important tool is floor marking and color coding. Colored lines define walkways, storage locations, equipment zones, and hazardous areas. This improves workplace safety while creating a more organized workflow. Many organizations also use Kanban cards to control inventory and trigger replenishment only when materials are actually needed. This reduces excess inventory and supports lean manufacturing principles. Finally, visual performance boards display key performance indicators such as safety, quality, cost, delivery, people, and morale. These boards allow employees and managers to monitor performance daily and respond quickly whenever abnormalities occur. The objective of visual management is simple. If something is abnormal, it should be obvious immediately, without needing lengthy reports or detailed explanations. That visibility enables faster decision-making and supports a proactive improvement culture. Organizations invest time and effort in implementing 5S because it delivers measurable business results. One of the most noticeable improvements is higher productivity. Employees spend less time searching, less time walking unnecessarily, and more time performing value-added work. Organizations also experience a significant reduction in search time. Tools, materials, and documents are always available in designated locations, allowing work to flow smoothly. Another major benefit is better utilization of floor space. Removing unnecessary items creates additional working space without expanding the facility. A clean and organized workplace also improves equipment reliability because operators identify abnormalities during daily cleaning and inspection activities. Quality improves because standardized workplaces reduce variation and minimize the risk of mistakes. Safety improves as walkways remain clear, hazards become visible, and workstations stay organized. Employee morale also increases. People naturally enjoy working in a clean, structured, and professional environment where they can perform their jobs efficiently. Ultimately, 5S is much more than a housekeeping program. It is a business improvement strategy that reduces waste, lowers operating costs, improves customer satisfaction, and creates a strong foundation for operational excellence. Before we conclude, let's discuss some of the most common mistakes organizations make while implementing the 5S system. The The first, and perhaps the biggest mistake, is the lack of leadership commitment. If management views 5S as a one-time housekeeping activity rather than a strategic improvement initiative, employees are unlikely to stay committed. Leaders must actively participate, conduct regular reviews, and demonstrate the importance of 5S through their actions. The second mistake is inadequate training. Employees need to understand not just what to do, but why they're doing it. When people understand the purpose behind 5S, they are far more likely to embrace it. Another common mistake is the absence of standardization. Without clear procedures, visual standards, and defined responsibilities, each team begins following its own approach. Over time, the workplace gradually returns to its previous condition. Organizations also make the mistake of treating 5S as a one-time project. They organize the workplace during a campaign, take a few photographs, and then stop following up. As weeks pass, old habits return, and the improvements disappear. Finally, many organizations neglect regular audits and continuous monitoring. Audits are not meant to find faults. They help identify gaps, reinforce good practices, and sustain improvements. Remember, implementing 5S is relatively easy. Sustaining it is where organizations truly succeed or fail. As we come to the end of this session, it's important to remember one key message. 5S is not about cleaning the workplace. It is about creating a workplace where every item has a purpose, every process flows efficiently, and every employee contributes to continuous improvement. When practiced consistently, 5S creates safer workplaces, improves product quality, increases productivity, reduces operating costs, and strengthens employee engagement. More importantly, it establishes the discipline required for advanced operational excellence initiatives, such as lean manufacturing, total productive maintenance, Six Sigma, and world-class manufacturing. Many organizations invest in sophisticated technologies and expensive automation systems. However, without workplace discipline and standardization, even the most advanced technologies cannot deliver sustainable results. That is why world-class organizations always begin their operational excellence journey with the 5S system. Think of 5S as the foundation of a building. If the foundation is strong, every improvement built upon it becomes stronger and more sustainable. Thank you for watching this session on the 5S system, the foundation of operational excellence. I hope this video has helped you understand not only the 5 pillars of 5S, but also how they contribute to building a safer, more productive, and continuously improving workplace. If you found this session valuable, please like this video, share it with your colleagues, and subscribe to the Operational Excellence channel for more practical content on lean manufacturing, Kaizen, TPM, SMED, FMEA, root cause analysis, Six Sigma, and continuous improvement. If there's a specific operational excellence topic you'd like to learn about, let me know in the comments below. Thank you once again for watching. Until next time, keep learning, keep improving, and remember, operational excellence is not a destination. It is a continuous journey.